Hello, hello, hello. As you can probably tell from the music, or maybe you can't, I don't know, it might be too low. I generally keep the music a little bit low on the games, because sometimes they just are surprisingly loud, and I don't feel like futzing with it all that much. But anyway, as you can probably tell from the music, we are going to be playing Final Fantasy, because I have an Atma to grind, and this is where it is. We are in Kozomaka. Been farming this off and on all day. Decided to start stream a little bit early because why not? Honestly, I'm probably going to cut the stream short because this probably is not going to be the most exciting stream. Or most interesting stream, but it's what I gotta do, so it's what I'm going to stream. But I've been streaming off and on, not streaming, I've been farming off and on all day for the last 2 Atmas that I need from this place. Still haven't gotten a single one of them. I'm not entirely sure this thing even exists. I say, knowing that it does in fact exist, because I actually did manage to farm one of the other Atmas that I needed outside of Occult Crescent. And that didn't take nearly as long as this one has. I need 2 of these. It's gonna be a little crazy. Controller. And let's just get started, because it's not really... There's nothing really amazing going on. I don't really feel the need to wait for ads or anything for this. It's just Fate Grind. It's just, you know, chill, hanging out, and playing the game. So I'll be streaming the last part of my grind. At some point I'll stop and move on to something else, but for right now, this is what I'm focusing on. Because I really, really want my relic weapon. Right now, we're just waiting for fates to spawn, so... I fully expect we'll be spending a lot of time in this spot, because we definitely kill fates faster than they spawn whenever relic grinds are going on, and the relic grind in question involves fate grinding. Reminds me... Okay, I'm at 865. It's fine. Random little encounter that happened while I was out. Oh, there's a fate. Random little encounter that happened while I was out shopping. I was returning a cart, and one of the guy there thanked me for returning it and stuff, and I was like, yeah, no problem, and I gave him a thumbs up. I have no idea why he decided to do this, why he thought this was important. But his comment was, "Why is your thumb so crooked?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? It's not crooked." I was like, "Yeah, look at your thumb. Look at your thumb. It's all shifted to the side." Which, when I give a thumbs up and I'm not actually like actively thinking about it or anything, my thumbs up was like this. So on that, it's slanted slightly. It's just like that. I have no idea why he thought it was weird or why he felt the need to comment on it. But when I looked at it and realized what he was talking about, I was just like, "Oh yeah, I play too many video games." "Too many video games? What do you mean?" was his response. I'm like, "Yeah, have you ever held a controller in your hand? Look at the position your thumb is in when you hold a controller. And your thumbs are on the thumbsticks or on the buttons. Just take a moment. Your thumb ends up going like that because you're holding the controller and your thumb is moving a little bit closer to your finger. That's just how it goes. Over time, your thumb just goes like that. Oh, yeah, that's why my thumb is slanted slightly during a thumbs up." It was a really weird comment to make. I have no idea why he thought it was something worth talking about, but nah. That was the explanation that I gave him for why my thumb was a little slanted, or a little crooked, as he said. I don't know if that's the actual reason. It probably isn't. Would be kind of funny if it was. It certainly wouldn't surprise me if that were the case, because I do remember a teacher who commented that people were changing how they do certain things because of technology, because of recent technology with regard to cell phone usage and things like texting. People are using their thumbs for more things than they would have normally used their index finger for. The example he gave was for pushing the button on an elevator. You used to mostly see people, in his words at least, people would usually use their index finger to push the buttons on elevators, but more and more you're seeing people use their thumb instead. I don't know how true that is, and this statement was made back when I was at school, so, might as well be the Stone Age at this point. But it's an interesting thought that the things we use change how we use our bodies in not always the most obvious of ways. Come on, Fates, spawn already. Imagine if the Fates had the spawn rate of the Fates, imagine if Fates in the Dawn Trail zones had the spawn rate of the Fates in the occult crescent, I would be nonstop going around the map. I'd probably have the Atma already. And you know what? In all honesty, I mentioned that I'd been at this specific Atma grind for somewhere in the neighborhood of 4.5 hours. I'm fairly certain that the vast majority of that has been in this spot waiting for a fate to spawn. Okay, I managed to get credit claim on all of these, so that's good. Now I should have more than enough to turn in. Yep, 8. Wow, the fate difficulty for this zone is through the roof, which is not surprising to me at all. But I still only need to turn in 6 for that. Turn in 6 I shall. And then back up to the spot, where I will wait and be disappointed that I didn't get an Atma. Oh, there we go. Another fate just spawned. I will slowly head over that way, because this one's a two-parter. Number one, it's a two-parter, and number two, they're probably still working on this one. Okay, yeah, they finished it like 30 seconds ago. And then this one spawned as well. Probably already... Yeah, they're arriving here now. Kaboom! Yeah. No Atma. Sad. I wonder how many people are gonna fly off and go to the other fate instead of waiting. Let's see. Oh? 3 people? 2 people? Damn, I only got 2 of those. Wow, fuck you. 4... 5... and 6. Pretty sure I'm not the only one doing this too. Yeah, they're already there working on it. Let's see, how quickly are they clearing it though? They're going at a decent clip, but I'll be able to get there in time. And of course the chat is full of people looking for fate parties. If only there were a place where you could locate a party that was, you know, doing something that you wanted to do in a particular area. You could, you know, find some people to play with. I don't know, sort of party finder of some kind. Go. TP here. And a bunch of people have also TP'd. This thing's actually taking a little bit longer than I thought it would to die. Ah, some people aren't here yet. Some people didn't teleport. They're only just arriving. Okay, that explains it. Still don't understand why people keep wanting to provoke. Provoke doesn't do anything to fate mobs. There were too many people abusing it. Still no demi-Atma. I've done enough of these things to get myself a little over 2,000 gems, and not a single one drop. On the bright side, I am definitely back on track for buying the sugar glider mount. So, you know, there's that. I feel like what Square Enix could do to make this a little bit more, this sort of thing, a little bit more palatable to people, is including some form of pity system. I feel like that's what this needs. Because I get that they don't want it to be, they don't want it to be something that you just knock out in an hour and you're done. But would it be too much to ask for them to, like, I don't know, increase the drop rate by, like, say, 1% every time you complete a fate? Because the drop rate on this has got to be super low, right? Would increasing it by 1% be such a bad idea? Just every time you complete a fate and it doesn't drop, then the drop rate increases by 1%. When it does drop, it resets back to its original percentage. I feel like that seems fair. But of course, fair is not what makes Square Enix money, so it's not what gets them that sweet, sweet subscriber money. And I get it. They are a business. They want to make money. Nobody's in business to not make money. And while I don't really mind grinding fates, I actually find it very relaxing. It does still get a little frustrating when you are grinding fates, like when you're just doing a nonstop grind, and you're not making any progress. That's where the problem comes in. It's not the grind, it's the lack of progress that makes it a problem. Not gonna bother TPing to that one because that's a boss fate. See? It's a boss fate, it's gonna take a while. It takes a while for it to even spawn, even after you talk to the guy. See, they still haven't started hitting it yet. Now they have. I dodged the tail swing. It's like in Occult Crescent, that fate grind, I don't mind in the slightest because I can see the progress that I'm making. You know, and it's improving my experience because not only am I, leveling up phantom jobs and getting the experience for them and learning new things from those jobs, getting a damage buff from those jobs. I'm also increasing I'm also getting silver coins, which I'm using to get gear that also gives me damage boosts and damage and performance boosts and such. Like, I'm getting some clear progression as I'm doing it, as opposed to this where, yeah, I know I'm grinding for a demi-atma, but it's not dropping and I can't progress until it drops. And that is the only metric. Okay, cool, finally, we got one. Holy shit. 4 hours of grinding and I got one of these fucking things. Holy shit. Anyway, the lack of like visual progress is the problem here. And that's why nobody really likes the Atma steps all that much. There's no clear sign that you're any closer to actually getting to the finish line, except the item drops. And when there's no finish line, there's basically no finish line to go for at that point. It's just the item drops or it doesn't. And I feel like a pity system would solve that. Because now it's like, okay, it didn't drop this time, but now I have a better chance of it dropping next time. And eventually that chance reaches 100% and you will be guaranteed to get it. Something worth considering, just saying. Now, would they consider something like that? I have no idea. Probably not, because again, they like money. And they get money by having people and giving people reasons to play the game. So the longer a particular thing takes, the better it is overall for them. Adding in a pity system would make it so that, yeah, the players feel better about it, because, you know, it's theoretically dropping more often at that point. But it also means they're not taking as long, not spending as much time doing it, and it gives them incentive to just, you know, come in, finish it, and then leave. Yep. Atmas. I'm down to my last one. 4+ hours of grinding in this place, and I'm finally down to my last one. I don't know how much of the discussion you heard prior, but I was just talking about how this step would be greatly improved by the introduction of a pity system of some kind. The basic idea just being every time you finish a fate and an Atma doesn't drop, the chances of it dropping increases by like 1% or something until it drops and then it resets. I would like to see something like that for Atma steps. I feel like if they implemented something like that, Atma steps would be received more favorably. Let's say that's only necessary if you had to farm Atma for every single relic. If we had to farm Atma for every single relic, I wouldn't want a pity system. I would just want a flat out high drop rate. Period. I would want it dropping like every third fate. If I had to farm an Atma for every single relic. Yeah, the way it is right now, it is mostly fine. Like, I do not mind it. I genuinely don't. I am annoyed that the Atma doesn't want to drop for me, but I don't mind that it's not dropping, because I don't mind fate grinding. It's actually something that I personally find very relaxing, and I enjoy it a lot. So this does not bother me. I think the main problem that people have with steps like this is the fact that there's no defined progression apart from the item dropping. In Occult Crescent, the fate grind there is more tolerable for people, because you can see your experience bars go up, you can see that you're getting more silver coins, you can see that you're getting your phantom jobs leveled. You know, you have visible progression going on, so you know you're working towards stuff. As opposed to this, where if the item doesn't drop, well, then you just gotta keep going until it does. And you have no way of knowing when it will drop or if it will drop. And that's why I was thinking about pity system. Ooh, Forlorn Maiden. And that's why I was thinking about a pity system, because at that point it becomes, well, it changes from, well, I don't know if this is ever going to drop, to, okay, it didn't drop this time, but now I have a higher chance of it dropping next time. Oh, shit! It finally dropped. I finally got both of them. Holy shit. It was like back-to-back fates. See, all I had to do was start bitching about it. That's the real secret. That's how you increase the drop rate. You complain about it. I probably need to swap over to... Like, I'm gonna get the relic for Warrior, but probably need to swap over to Summoner when I'm in there. Oh, that reminds me, I still need to double-check my best-in-slot list for Fru, because I'm pretty sure some of these pieces are gonna be best-in-slot for Fru, since they're 745. Because Fru sinks at 45, doesn't it? Okay, Geralt. Here are your Atmas. 735? Damn. Okay, yeah, I don't care about watching the cutscene. Just give me my weapon. Demi-Atma obtained. Phantom weapons. Summoner. Undertake this quest as a summoner. Yada yada yada. What do I gotta do now? Let's see. Ah, okay. This is the part where I just gotta purchase. Yeah. So now it's just buy. Okay, I thought that I got the... I thought I would get the first relic just for the Atmas, and then the tomes would be for subsequent relics. Phantom Index Penumbra. Cool. I'm gonna shove it in my saddlebag and leave it there. The Might Fantastic. Okay, saddlebag, where is the... Oh yeah, look at all the extra Atmas that I got. Look at that. All the extra Atmas that I can no longer do anything with. That can go in there, that can go in there. And then sort. Yeah, that's why I finally decided to go ahead and just head outside for the last one, because the last one I needed, there were only like 3 fates or whatever in that area that would drop the thing that I needed. So, and I'm just gonna discard these because I can do nothing with them. Can you, is there an NPC that you can sell these to? I didn't check. There is? Okay, I gotta run around and look for that. Next to the silver gold hub? Okay. That's who it is. The expedition trader. Okay. Wow, only 10? Really? Whatever, I guess. Okay, that's underway. And this one's spawned and somebody's doing it, so let's head down there. I still need to get Oracle and Berserker, but I do have Ranger. Obviously, it's on there. Yeah, I'm working on, I'm doing this in probably a silly way. I'm getting the gear for my warrior first, because I usually just do this solo. Then I'm going to be getting gear for my summoner. And then I'm going to be getting the extra soul shards and stuff. With the caveat of if I run out of phantom jobs to level before I actually get all of the gear, then I'm just going to go ahead and grab a phantom job to level so I'm not wasting the experience. Well, the reason why I'm saying it's silly is because I'm getting gear for warrior, which is definitely not what I'm going to be playing in Forked Tower. You're playing Salmon Terra. I mean, you're playing Bard, aren't you? Because Electra's gonna solo heal. Isn't that how it's gonna work? Or have we discovered that shit in there hits hard enough that we do actually need 2 healers? I know it's been cleared. To my knowledge, it's only been cleared by 1 group. I want 2 healers for the scenario where one of us sits on the floor, AFK for anti-wipe purpose. Oh, yeah, okay. And we're gonna want one of all of the different jobs, right? Not necessarily all in the same party, but in the raid as a whole, we want at least one of every job, and multiples of a couple. Because I know you need to do... Someone need one for each party, yeah. Yeah, I know, because I know a bunch of them have specific roles to fill with the different mob mechanics in the tower, because I saw that video on Xeno's channel. Oh, right, this thing dies super quick. And this is exactly why I play tank in this. Beef Ranger needs to be 2 for the raid, 1 on each side. Cannoneer needs to be 1 for the raid, probably 1 geo per party. Sure. Okay. I know you need 1 that can search for traps, I think. I think Thief does that. I know you need the Thief for stealing a weapon from one of the mobs that has a weapon and gets a buff from it. Ranger safe pops them, and then you also want Ranger for the aim. Back to the same spot. This is another one that dies super quick. I'd probably already have Ranger mastered at least, but I had to spend an unfortunate amount of time grinding for that Atma outside. Would have loved to have spent those hours grinding in here. RNG is a fickle bitch. That's only part of the reason why I'm only at Mastery 2, though. The other reason I'm at Mastery 2 is because I was playing Elden Ring on Night Rain yesterday. I'm just doing a lot of other stuff in general. And then at some point I'll have to start up gold farming. I know I need gold farm for 3 of the jobs and for a bunch of the upgrades. Oh no, he stared at me. Damn, did a bunch of people just leave or something? Why did that one take so long to kill? And now we get to fight Pepsi Man's rival, Coke Man. Yeah, see, that's more what I was expecting from the other one. And once again, this is exactly why I play this on tank whenever I'm in here solo. Because then I can just turn on tank stance and get a whole bunch of aggro and get full credit. Also, that dude has one of the PvP, the ranked PvP mounts. The chair from the Alamigo boss, the second boss. Y'all gotta chill and let some people get there. Some of us haven't gotten the riding mount speed thing yet. Well, get good. You wanna know how many people worried about me not getting there whenever I didn't have mount speed? You wanna know what I did? I kept going to the ones I could get to until I did get the mount speed. It's that simple. I don't care. This doesn't give me a vuln stack. Get in a party with someone who has the riding map and a multi-person mount. Response from the guy that was complaining, no. You know what? No, I'm not gonna engage. I'm not gonna engage in that. I wanted to engage, but I'm not going to. I'm just not going to. My response was going to be, because he typed out, waiting like 5 to 10 seconds won't kill you. My immediate response was going to be, neither is missing a couple of fates. He's still bitching about it. Sounds like you should just buy the riding map. True. What title is it? I haven't looked through all the achievements. I assume it's a title for mastering all the jobs or something. Overemployed? That's great. Technically not all, just 10. Yeah, because at that point, Freelancer is mastered. Because that's how you master Freelancer, is you just master your other jobs. I'm surprised the CE hasn't popped. They usually pop pretty quick. Then again, I guess there was one that was up when I zoned in, so... Here we go. Hey, there's a CE. Which one is it? It's the turtle! Yes! I love the turtle so much. The turtle is so good. I don't care. It's not gonna kill me. Now, off to the turtle. See, after this, I've got Bard. And then... if I still don't have Berserker or Oracle by the time I get to finish Bard, then I guess I'll just start buying the ones in the shop. Has anyone done the math on exactly how much the the mastery damage bonus is? Because it just says that it increases damage and healing potency. It doesn't say by how much. I assume some math nerd somewhere has actually crunched the numbers. Supposedly 3% per stack? Okay. If I have 5 orange gummies, is there anything I can do with the excess? You eat them. Let's see, what are some of the other suggestions in shout chat? We've got eat them, flex on Reddit, put them in your nose, eat the forbidden candy. Come on, Shout Chat. You're disappointing me now. I know you've got more sadistic and cursed suggestions than this. Okay. The Trade Tortoise! Hello, my friend! So I gotta say, I was thrown for a loop the first time I did this and found out that this is an acceleration bomb mechanic, not a pyretic mechanic. Because it follows the pyretic marker, but it's actually an acceleration bomb. And then they give us this one, which looks like a frostbite mechanic, and it is a frostbite mechanic. I was fully expecting it to be something completely different because the pyretic one was completely different. Two, one, whee! Oh, I'm not gonna get this last spell cleave, lame. I shouldn't have tried to use IR there, honestly. What are you buying? This one is gonna have the ones. Ah, wrong button. Whee! Ah, I didn't mess up my IR this time. 4 penny? Alright. Okay, oh, okay, I gotta get 2 and 4. And it's the turtle shell again. I mean, they could have forced the uptime, the pyretic to actually be taken seriously by just, you know, increasing the dot to ridiculous levels. Five, 4, 2, 1. Nope, I still get hit by a water spout, damn. I'm not quite sure how to aim myself with that one. 2 penny. Nah, I'm just gonna do this. It's nice to actually be gaining tomes again. Instead of constantly seeing the message, you can't hold any more tomes at this time. Now I'm only seeing the message of, you can't receive any more of the current tomes at this time. Life Reaper! Let's kill him. Bonk. Bonk. Wonder if that guy's gonna pop in chat again and start complaining about people nuking Fates before he can get there. Am I pre-pulling Fates? Because I can. Because I'm a warrior. It's the one of the entire reasons I play warrior. So I can just do whatever the hell I want in this zone. And the game can't stop me. But am I Orba? Yes, I'm channeling Orba right now. Because you know what? He'd do the same fucking thing. And would feel just as guilty about it, which is to say, not at all. I have been seduced. I was channeling Oracle. I'd be playing Oracle right now. Well, unfortunately, I don't have Oracle. Otherwise, yeah, I probably would. Because I've seen some of the Oracle abilities. They're hilarious. CE. Oh, that's the one for the quest. Somebody must be gold farming. Current Orba is to use Starfall while maintaining. That's perfect. Yeah, I'd like to be using Oracle because I think Oracle is pretty interesting and funny, but it won't drop for me. So I can't get it. Can't get that, can't get Berserker, but I can get fucking Ranger 3 goddamn times. I also got to figure out which logs I'm missing from out here. I know I'm not missing that many. I'm only missing the last 5? Yeah, I'm only missing the last 5, and I assume some of these are from the Forked Tower. If not all of them. Need to start paying attention to my Phantom experience as well, because I don't want to overcap this. Oh no, the seal. Wait, is that Carby? Is Carby in here? Is a paladin on... No, that's not Carby. They're using the fucking EX weapon. I saw a chocobo on paladin, and I thought it was Carby. Giga Flare! I'll be neighborly and use Reprisal. Yeah. That one's spinning the bot! Speed! Nope, I am not going over there. We'll sit right here. Now I will not sit right there. I will go right here. Oh crap, now I actually have to go away from the boss. Is it gonna go off in time? Yes, it will. Okay, good. Giga Flare! No, I'm not gonna get the fancy buff because somebody didn't blow up the other bomb. No, well, it doesn't matter. That reprisal was late. Hopefully somebody else reprisal it. I know at the very least somebody had a feint on it. Notes on the Cloister Demon. Yay. Oh shit, I shouldn't have bothered teleporting away. I don't know if I'll get there in time. Let's see. We'll find out. Yeah, there's the horde. Okay, I am here in time. Yeah, between IR and the healing from Equilibrium, I'm good. More than enough. More than enough aggro. And I'll just throw a tomahawk there too for good measure. Yeah. Okay, so now I need, since I need less, yeah, I need fewer experience points than a CE gives. So the next CE I get, I'm gonna switch over to Bard. So none of that experience is wasted. Somebody brought this thing along. Anyone else DCing? No? I think that might be on you, bro. Hey, we gotta see. Let's go ahead and swap over to Bard. Isn't this? Yeah, it is. I get to be assaulted by rock-hard men. By a big group of rock-hard men. Locked instance by okay, yeah, that's what I figured. Locked instance, only 28 out of 72. So this instance is dying. Figured that might be the case. So after this one, I'll probably just hop out of this instance and get into another one. Okay, here we go. Let's go! Resistance confirmed. Deploying cannons. Final destination with final chocobo. You know, if it's Red Chalktober, could be both. Just saying. If we're talking Red Chalktober, it could be both. Which one is this? Oh yeah, this is the rotating one. Battle High. Fuck yeah. Unfortunately, even if I manage to get Battle High off of this CE, I'm not going to be able to make use of it because this instance is dead. Boom! Assured destruction? Oh no! I gotta say, I love the name of this enrage. Bare-fisted death. Yay, enhanced vocals. What does that do? Let's see. Enhanced vocals. Enhances effectiveness of songs in accordance with your Phantom Bard level. Oh, okay. And then I also now have Romeo's Ballad, which is freezes time for all nearby enemies readying an attack. Grants Romeo's Ballad to self and nearby party members when executed within proximity of a knowledge crystal. Romeo's Ballad effect increases Phantom XP earned but through battle by 10%. Hell yeah. But wait, that's through battle, so that doesn't count for the CEs and Fates, does it? That only counts for chains, right? Yeah, I figured. It's the same deal with food buff. Food people like to talk about remembering food buff for dungeons, but the fact of the matter is the food buff doesn't actually do all that much if you're running a roulette, because yeah, or if you end up in a low-level dungeon, because the food buff doesn't apply to the roulette bonus. It is specifically for experience earned through combat, which is never all that much. You don't get it. It doesn't apply for the completion of the dungeon, and it doesn't apply for the roulette bonus, and that, I assume, is coded the exact same way. BRB real quick. I gotta go pee, and then I'm gonna be going back into a fresh instance. And also gotta give Missy some water. myself a bit of cheese while I was up. Okay, that one's going to be done by the time I get there. But they are gathering for literally the CE I did, like, what, 5 minutes ago? I'll stay on Bard. I don't want to waste the Phantom experience. There will be plenty of fates to finish off Ranger. Oh my god, it's the Chocobo Paladin. It's not Carby, but it's still a Chocobo Paladin. Wait a minute, they're wearing the pig suit. Imposter! Maybe you need a nap? What? Did you fall asleep mid-fight? Nodded off during Crystal Dragon at 2% and forgot about the Crystal Oh. Yeah, maybe go and maybe it's time for a break. The demon is gathering its power. I gotta say, it's very helpful when the seals spawn right next to each other like this. Constantly. It's just super easy to deal with. No, the explosion hit me. Damn it. Somebody didn't blow up the other bomb. More notes on the Cloister Demon. Swap over to Ranger so that I can get experience off of the smaller feats. Question, how does one gold farm? You kill shit. This guy's name is Bumpin' Bunnies. Not sure what to make of that. Might be able to kill this quickly enough. Yeah, should be able to. This is an easy one. Well, they're all easy, but... Bonk. Bonk. Now we TP back very quickly. And head towards the CE. Swap over to Bard. I'm really glad there's literally no cooldown or penalty of any kind for swapping phantom jobs on the fly, like I have been. Okay, so Bard... Yeah, Phantom Bard only has 4 levels. But it still requires the same amount of XP, it looks like. Because I know I definitely didn't need 4,400 experience to get to level 3 on any of my other Phantom jobs. So presumably that scales with the levels of a particular job. The critical encounter is at hand! Once again, I'm holding myself back from engaging with shout chat. The guy over there is spamming the trap location, the trap detection ability. That's what that is. And he's saying, I don't see any traps. And the immediate response that came to mind was, what are you talking about? There's a bunch of them right... Oh, a different kind of trap, got it. Aww, boss went over there. Lame. Oh, rip that guy. Okay. Main tank is bringing the boss over to this one. side is fine for the first one. This one I'm gonna go way the hell out. And this one I gotta be right here. Well, hello there, Missy. Did you have a nice nap? Mm-hmm. Missy's just giving me a flat stare. She just woke up and is just kind of getting her bearings a little bit. Yeah. And now we wait. But at least the wait isn't nearly as long as it is in Kozomauka. See, look at that. Didn't even get to finish making my point, and another fate spawned. Ironically enough, in the same cave we just left. A couple of people stuck around, which means the thing is probably already half dead, because this thing dies super quick. Oh, they didn't start on it yet. Interesting. Wait, what the fuck? Yeah, I don't care. Okay, one more of those, and I will be done with Phantom Ranger. The Mudman, the Mudark. Oh shit! That's the one that drops Oracle. Yay, Phantom Job level up. I have mastered Phantom Ranger. So now all I've got left is Phantom Bard. Hopefully I get Oracle from this, so I can hold off on buying another piece of, so I can hold off on buying the jobs with silver coins until I finish my gear set. The basics in gear set, at least. Critical encounter is at hand! At hand! Okay, Lion Rampant. You haven't given me Oracle yet. I want you to finally give me Oracle. You will give it to me. Give it to me now. No, that spot is safe. As long as they don't keep standing there, or that. Okay, are you stopping the circles or are you stopping the lines first? Which is it gonna be? It's the circles first. Okay, so far so good. Haven't been hit by anything yet. Of course, now I've just ruined it. This one we might not actually have to. Never mind, we have to at least do one. Wow, I did that shit perfectly. And that apparently wasn't worth finally giving me Oracle. You bitch. Some people are already working on it. And are already almost finished with it. But because I'm on Warrior, I still get full credit. There's a Geomancer in here somewhere. Ooh, critical encounter. Neat. Why is everybody here dead? Why didn't you come here on warrior? Maybe then you wouldn't be dead. Okay, which one is it? That one. I got 2 more minutes to get there. Yeah, I'm not worried about Fatal Allure. You know, Missy. She looked at me, blinked, and then curled back up in her chair. Which one is this? It's the bomb. Remember right, yeah, you can't actually max melee that. You have to go out of range. Same with this one. You can't max melee it. You have to go out of range. I jumped in too early. I thought I timed that correctly, but apparently not. This one I can stay in range for. Ow. So I am definitely dying in this fight at some point. Oh, goody, and I also get this. Well, I survived. Just barely, but I survived. Oh, shit. I am so fucking dead when that spiral AoE bullshit happens again. Here. Oh shit. This one's right here. It's over there. There's a bunch of dead people on the floor, look at that. Oh shit, I apparently stood a little too close to the tank buster. Got raised by bumpin' bunnies. Oh, this mechanic. This mechanic is the bane of my existence. Yeah, I should be safe here. I am safe there. Yes! I'm alive! With no vuln stacks. Zombie breath. He's trying to zombify me. You know, I was planning on doing this for a lot longer, but honestly, I'm kind of feeling like cutting the stream off here. Got this one right? Yeah. Let's see. And the ancient airship identification key is 5,000. Ether spun silver is 1,200. And how many of those do I need for an upgrade? 3 ether spun silver, 3 ethereal fixative. And looks like the fixative cannot be purchased. Oh no, the fixative can be purchased. It's just with gold. Samurai, Geomancer, Thief. And then the other ones are Time Mage, Cannoneer, Chemist. Okay, I'm gonna hop out. Yeah. Sorry for the short stream tonight. I was actually intended to go a little bit longer, but feeling kind of out of it for some reason. Not quite sure why, just suddenly feel like doing other things. And so I'm gonna hop off of here. Monday's stream will be back to normal. I think that will be, I think for Monday's stream I'll do children's card games. Because the season just ended, I was able to make it into Diamond. New season's going to be starting up, and I think some ladder climbing might be fun. Plus I can talk about the leak that is going to happen tomorrow for a little bit, and kind of theory craft a little bit of what I'm for what I plan on doing for it, depending on the cards and if I want to just try and craft the cards that I want, or if I'm gonna roll the dice and just pull for all of them. I don't know, we'll find out. But that is gonna be all for tonight. Got my first relic. Haven't actually seen it, or equipped it or looked at it or anything. Let me do that real quick. Let's take a look at this relic. has a bat flying over top of it. There is a bat just flapping there. And one eye open, one eye closed. On the cover there. This thing's a little creepy. Anyway, that's all for today. I'm gonna hop out. See you guys on Monday.